Welcome back to the show, everybody.
That's right. We have chairs. They spin. They're comfy.
They're
quiet.
We have spinny, silent desk chairs now for the pod. So
we're very lucky to have them. Thank you to Aiden's parents who want to support the show and gave it
and bought us some spinny chairs, which was nice.
It's very nice.
I think they just think we're bored down here, so we're like, we'll get them some spinny chairs.
I appreciate it because my back would hurt so much on those fucking square ass chairs.
Yeah, I know.
They're more of they're a seat more than a chair because you couldn't put your back and my back would go after from an hour.
I think you'd call them a stool.
A stool. That's what I'm looking for.
Not to be confused with when you describe poo as a stool. But yeah, for our audio listeners, we started the show by spinning into it.
I don't think anyone thought it was that. Okay.
From our backs facing the camera, we spun into it. So there's a little visual gag to start the show there. Connor Hannum.
We're here. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Okay. On that, I was thinking, this is a Doctor Who podcast, by the way. We will get to some Doctor Who stuff in a second. I was thinking, I think this is the first time we've ever recorded on a Wednesday.
Oh, there was probably a time back when
I don't think so.
We did it on audio.
Wednesday.
Zoom.
Wednesday has always been my dinner at Nicole's night.
Right.
It literally always has, and I've hardly ever broken that unless it's for a shoot or something.
Uh-huh.
I think I genuinely think we've never done a Wednesday because we've done, we always do Thursday. We used to always do Monday. We've done a few Tuesdays. I know we have.
Yeah.
We've done
odd Saturday morning.
We've done Saturday mornings. We did Sunday morning 8 a.m., which you love.
Yeah, which was, I think, on my birthday one time.
That was great. And then we've done I think we did a Friday night for one of the ones with Zave or one of the celebration ones or something like that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So I think this is the first ever Wednesday recording. So there you go.
Well, that's great. Well, welcome to our first ever Wednesday, and maybe the last Wednesday ever.
I mean, maybe. It's a weird day to do it on, isn't it? Oh, Hump Day Wednesday.
It is because I normally go out on.
Ooh.
It's like you. I have plans every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
thanks, Aiden. Well, I have a treat for us. Well, you're still going out after we record this.
Yeah, I know.
Hence why the lighting's kind of weird. It's sort of
that's why I'm wearing the shades.
Sort of that dust.
These are actually safety glasses. As you can see on the sides.
You wear them in sex. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, what about Aiden?
I wanted to say, so when we walked into the house today, I showed Connor some new little things. I'm not a collector of toys. I don't do that kind of thing. But I've always said, Connor points to...
all these toys
these are some of my old toys next to us. And there's only a handful. Anyways, I'm not a collector of toys. I don't get all the Eagle Moss and all those cool things. I like to look at them online.
The what, sorry?
That's a brand that makes Doctor Who toys and stuff. I always look at them online and kind of stay up to date with what's happening. But what I don't do is buy them. But I've always said I want on my shelf a little 60s Dalek and an 80s Cybermen.
You have said that for a long time.
And so I got it done. I bought on Facebook Marketplace, super cheap bundle. Okay, because on eBay, I saw this Dalek and Cybermen 2-pack from Corgi, and that's the brand that's up there. They're toys from the 80s.
Yeah.
On eBay, I saw that 2-pack for $30, and I was going to do it. I was like, they're from the 80s, I guess fairly hard to get your hands on.
Yeah.
And then I was scrolling down Marketplace a few months later, because I didn't end up getting that set. And on Marketplace, that set, along with the set that came with the Doctor and the TARDIS, the Fourth Doctor and the TARDIS and K9, and they're just these small little metal things. They don't take up a lot of space. Both of them together for $30, along with 2 other little surprises, which I'm going to show you in a second, because they're going to sit permanently on our desk.
Oh, awesome.
They're going to be a little treat from the desk.
Because Pete's a bit lonely. Our little squid that sits on the desk, which is happy and sad all the time. But
yeah, so I wanted to... Yeah, so all for $30. And I was like, damn, when he gave them to me, he was like, this is the biggest bargain ever, And I was like, I fucking know. What I felt so bad about was he gave them to me and they were in the perfect packaging. The guy had never opened them.
Right, and they just went home and went, rip.
I was like, bro, I'm putting these on my shelf when I get home.
That's awesome that you found them in Perth. It seems like quite a niche item to find.
Yeah.
Particularly in our city.
You know what the weirdest thing I've ever done is? I opened them and I sniffed inside. I was like, oh,
air from the 80s. That old 80s air.
Air from the 80s.
Wow, that is, okay, all right.
Yeah, and then I threw them in the bin.
Oh no, that does hurt me because what I'm like with packaging and stuff.
You're a hoarder, is I think the word. Sorry, no, you're a whore.
That's been thrown around a bit here and there, but I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, I kept them in my wardrobe for a couple of days, and then literally today I was
right. So you were considering maybe keeping them in their condition.
I was like, why am I going to hold on to this cardboard because I feel guilty?
Yeah.
It's just taking up space. It's the same thing I do with half the slip covers I get for the Steelbook ones.
You love to just
The collection ones I've been straight away because I think it's funny.
Crush them.
But the steelbook ones, they always have like nice art and they have the like what's on each disc, and I'm always I should keep this, and then it sits in my drawer and I'll do a clean out every couple of months. So I'm like, I haven't looked at this, bin. So yeah, I'll give you your surprise. Okay, close your eyes. Don't get excited.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
My eyes are closed behind these safety specs, which are.
Okay, you can open them up.
Oh my lord!
2 mega-sized Titan boys.
Oh my god!
A David Tennant and a Weeping
Angel. Can I see these?
Yeah, have a look.
What the hell?
You know the Titan.
Yeah, I do know these because they do these in like they do the little the little mystery packs,
ones, which aren't this big.
Yeah, but they're the models.
Yeah, I thought.
So were these in packaging, or were they
were?
Just...
And packaging is also in the bin now. But
their hands move.
Their hands move. Cute. But yeah, literally these with those like collector toy things, all for $30. So I was like, why the fuck not?
David looks a bit.
The dumbest thing about the David design is that the screwdriver falls out of his arm, so I had to blue tack it into his hands.
It literally is blue tacked in.
So it doesn't fall out. So I thought these bad boys can just sit up here on the desk. Look at that. Give us a bit of scenery. Give old Octo Moody a little bit of company. You know.
Look at that. Okay.
That was a very. I don't know, story-driven start to the show, perhaps?
Wholesome, you might say.
Wholesome, yeah, GIFs. We like GIFs. You can't even see them on the camera shot, so that's excellent. But that's okay. We'll figure something out. Let's move on to the show, shall we?
They're there. They are there.
Guys, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers ASAP, and we're getting pretty close. Follow us on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. We got a viral TikTok, 130k views. Not that I'm counting, but hey.
Would you count that as viral?
For us,
semi-viral.
Okay, for me and you, who have been creating stuff just like for YouTube or whatever, for literally since we were like children, that's the most viewed thing either of us have ever done by a long shot.
I got a like on Instagram that got like 800 likes.
Okay, this has 22,000 likes.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm just saying that and that was just a little comment. It was like quite a niche joke.
You made a comment.
It was a comment on like a Teddy Fresh post. That's not you making
content.
It was. I was making people laugh.
I'm talking about something that we've made.
I look at my hilarious comments as content.
Okay, all right. Okay? Yeah, well,
what can I say?
That says a lot about you. Let's get on with the show.
Oh, good gravy. 50% cat. Right. I love how the Sonic on this little dude is bigger than his arm. So if that's
the kind of stuff.
Is that the scale? Would you say?
Well, you know what's weirder? There's a lot of talk on Twitter about pop vinyls of like me, you, and Josh
on X, yeah.
On X, sorry. And
I'm only memeing because I fucking hate.
Like 9 out of 10 pop vinyls are ugly as fuck, right? And the only pop vinyl that I think is kind of cute is the Matt Smith one that we have where he's holding the handles. But I think like. These fuckers are even more ugly than the pop vinyls.
I wasn't going to say it because they are pretty ugly.
I wouldn't have if they weren't
they're pretty ugly.
If they weren't just already included in the marketplace deal that I was getting, I would never have thought about buying those. But
yeah,
they were basically for free. You know what I mean? So why the hell not?
Hey, why not? You know, you got to buy some Doctor Who junk here and there.
Speaking of which,
speaking of
Doctor Who junk. New novel for the 60th anniversary coming out. We've talked about the Target novels.
It's been out for years, bro.
No, what? Oh, okay. So it's the Rose Target novel rebranded into an illustrated book, which as much as you can say, oh, they're just repackaging it, you can tell this thing is done with love and it's going to be filled with art inside of it.
Oh, so it's got art inside it. Okay.
It's an illustrated novel. So
it's a comic.
No, it'll
have the words.
It has the words, but it has like illustrations next to it. Like,
that's awesome.
I think it's going to be stunning. I've seen the one that they did for the Dalek movies, the 4K Dalek movies that came out around the same time that they did the illustrations, and it looks awesome. It's the same artist, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I was saying before, it looks like the same color palette. So
yeah, so I'm really keen to dive into that. I think that'll be.
Yeah, I'll get it too.
We'll see the price of it, but I'm pretty...
$1 million, please.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm worried about the price for these Target novels for the 60th, which I hear are coming out pretty like a couple of weeks or maybe a week after.
No, they said January.
Oh fuck! Well, there goes that. So this is why Twitter is so. Don't believe Twitter, folks. This is what that's what I read. Literally, so dumb.
Connor's news source is Twitter. You know what Connor said the other day.
That is so true. I literally read that a couple of weeks ago on the show. Like, it comes out in January. Idiot.
This morning, Connor was like, "Aiden, that someone's blackmailing the BBC to reveal the TARDIS because they have leaked footage of the TARDIS or something." And I was like, "What's your source?" And he's like, "I think Thary said something on video."
Okay, I didn't say blackmail. That's a pretty harsh word. No, I just like, we knew it was going to be a slow news day, and I was like, look, we already spoke about it last week. If you want to talk about it, we can. Do I think it's a load of mumbo jumbo? Yeah, I do.
How can we do some content? That's what you're wondering. And I respect that. We need to have topics for clips, for viral TikToks.
You know, there's a reason why in my Instagram bio it says producer on 50%.
I hate that you say
Doctor Who podcast. You know, there's a reason why.
Am I just the co-star? Is that what I should make mine say?
It's not my fault you don't put it in there. It's got nothing to do. If you want to do it, that's fine.
I think I say host.
I say co-host. I always say co-host.
I'm going to make mine main host.
Look, this is like, you know, humble and not humble, you know.
Okay, let's get on to everyone's favorite segment, which actually I think is actually doing quite well. It's quite popular. A lot of people comment about this segment.
The quiz?
The listener quiz, baby.
Yeah, I'm scared, man. I'm so scared. Dun-dun-dun. Ba-ba-dum-bum. Dun-dun-dun. I'll tell you why I'm scared, because I've got to win the next 3 to draw it.
Yeah, so we know now that you cannot win, but... Well, you cannot win.
If I win 4 in a row, I win.
Well, here's what's going to happen, okay? So the listener quiz is a segment where we weekly have a listener send in some questions for us that are going to quiz us on Doctor Who to see who is the biggest Doctor Who fan. The winner every single week gets 1 point.
Yeah.
And that leads up to the grand finale. And whoever has the most points by the finale wins. But so I've won a few on the trot here.
So you're on 5 and I'm on 2.
Yes.
And there's 3 left. So, yeah, I need to get 5 to be able to draw.
Yeah, so you need to win the next 3 straight to get a draw. And if there is a draw, we will then go to like a mega
a photo
epic
finish
round.
almost,
That will be in a separate episode. But yeah, so high stakes for you today, Connor. I think something that may help you is who has sent in the questions for us today?
Queen V.
The one and only lovely Queen V. Vinny, she's been on the show many times before. One of our very first listeners. We love to hear from her all the time.
What, do you think she favourites me? Is that why you're saying it'll be easy for me?
No, what I'm saying is that, what's the area that Vinny knows about in Doctor Who?
What, DT?
David Tennant.
Okay. Well, that'll be easy for you too.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, in the past, there's been questions that have maybe been a bit more classic related or something like that.
A little bit. You mean like pretty much fucking all of them?
No, there's been like one per
I'm being
round.
a sore loser, okay? What can I say?
All right, let's hear from Vinny.
Come on, let's go.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me back. You know, I love coming on the show. So I'm very happy to be hosting the quiz, being the quiz master this week. And I thought I'd sort of link the questions to my favourite era of Doctor Who and sort of use some of the obscure knowledge that I've learned over however many years of being a Whovian. So, without further ado, let's begin. Round number 1 is statistics. So, Aidan, what is the highest rated episode of Doctor Who on IMDb? And for Connor, what is the most watched episode of Doctor Who on the BBC?
I know your answer.
I think
And I think I know mine as well.
I think I know mine, but I could be very wrong.
I think mine is Voyage of the Damned. I believe that was the most watched because it was Christmas.
I think mine is, I'm just going to say it, Blink.
Okay. I
think it's Blink. It definitely might not be. Let's hear the answers.
So the answers to the statistics round. The highest rated episode of Doctor Who on IMDb is, of course, Blink, with a 9.8 out of 10, so super high. And the most watched episode of Doctor Who on the BBC is Voyage of the Damned, with a staggering 13.3 million. So there you go, more than the 50th.
Hot damn. Okay, yeah. That's good, because I wouldn't have gone Voyage. So that's...
Yeah, I don't know how... I think I remember you just saying it one time. But yeah, I knew it was Blink, because I'm always on... Whenever I start a new show, I'm always on like IMDb, because I like to know what episodes are like high rated.
Right.
And obviously I check out Doctor Who all the time on there.
Yeah.
And I always saw Blink was at the top.
No,
yeah.
I would have... I knew...
What were you going to say, Heaven Sent? That's second, I think.
What?
That is second.
Oh no, for my question or yours?
No, the second highest rate is Heaven Sent.
Yeah. I was gonna say Blink. I don't know what I would have done without that. Maybe Midnight or something. But yeah, for
That's
yours,
fifth, I think.
I remember that Voyage of the Damned was massive, and I remember that was a particular peak at the time. But I think I would have guessed Stolen Earth or Journey's End for yours, because I remember season 4 is like, I think, the most consistent patch of viewership.
It was from Science and Library onwards.
Huge.
Just big.
And can you blame him? Okay, let's hear round 2 from Vinny.
And round number 2, I've gone for behind the scenes. So I thought I'd use this segment to sort of see how in-depth your guys' knowledge is. So, Aidan, my first question is for you, and it is, who did Russell T Davies originally have in mind to play Adelaide in The Waters of Mars? And for Connor, my question is, who was supposedly cast as Pete Tyler before having to drop out?
I don't know mine.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do you know mine?
No.
Not a clue. Okay, at least
No.
it's like a fair, like,
No,
not a clue.
I honestly have no idea.
I'm just going to throw a name in the mix.
Sure.
It's not going to be right at all, but let's just throw in, like, Olivia Colman.
Sure.
Around the same age, you know.
I'll say David Tennant. From the hit show Broadchurch, there he starred with Olivia Colman. Do you think it's David Tennant?
I don't think it's David
Okay,
Tennant.
let's find out.
Let's hear... No, wasn't Pete... Oh, Pete was in season 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
David wasn't.
Let's hear the answer. Oh, sorry, David. It wasn't... Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
see... Questions, let's go. Answers.
So, the answers to the behind the scenes round are: the person that Russell T Davies originally had in mind to play Adelaide was Helen Mirren. And the person who was supposedly cast as Pete Tyler before having to drop out was Simon Pegg. There you go. Fun fact.
So they
He's in
repurposed...
season 1 though.
Yeah, so they must have repurposed Simon Pegg. He was obviously keen to do Doctor Who, but maybe the scheduling just couldn't work out.
Okay,
You know? Too busy with Edgar.
It wasn't David Tennant, which is a shame.
That's surprising.
I don't know.
That's
Could you
surprising.
imagine if it was? I'd be like, yo,
I would have
what?
lost my balls, mate. I would have gone, lost my balls? That's a new one. All right, question 3. We're both on 1 each at the
Yeah.
moment, so let's see if this can
1-1.
shake things up. Thank you, Vinny.
And the final round. So this is the round that I've sort of let my own little interests sort of teeter in a little bit. So again, 1 question each. And my first question is to Aidan. And it is, how old was Billie Piper when she debuted at number 1 in the UK singles chart? Was she 15, 16, or 17? And my question for Connor is, what date did David Tennant originally get announced as the 10th Doctor? Was it the 16th of April 2005, the 3rd of June 2005, or the 22nd of May 2005? Good luck.
Well, I was going to say 18, and that was not one of the options. So I didn't realise she was like a child pop star, you know?
Yes, yours. It sucks because I know yours. I literally know yours.
I'm going to go with 17. I'm going with 17 because I feel like she was on the cusp of adolescence, and she got cast in Who not long after, I think. And I think she was like 20 or something around the time in Who. So I'm going with 17.
I'm just going to go with C because that's May, and then he got announced, and then he would have been in it in December.
So I think we're both going C.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go A.
You're going A? All right, let's hear it from Vinny for the answers.
And my answers to that final round. So, Billie Piper debuted at number 1 in the UK singles chart when she was just 15. She still holds the record for the youngest solo act to debut at number 1. Fun fact. And David Tennant was originally announced as the 10th Doctor way back on the 16th of April 2005. So there you go.
Connor got it right.
Oh my god, dude! I was gonna go. Do you know why I chose to change it? Who was in last week doing the questions?
It was Crispy.
Oh, Crispy, yeah, and it was randomly A, and I said C. So this week I was gonna say C, and I was like,
I'm going A.
maybe I should go A because last
damn.
week. Okay, wow, I actually won one.
That is, yeah. So
Fucking finally.
Are you going to go on the biggest winning streak in 50% history?
Just going for the sixes, baby.
We kind of need this to keep the...
Boom. Literally, because like if you'd have won that, and also if we would have drawn, you would have won anyway.
Yeah.
Because you would have drawn, even if you got half a point or a point, like you'd still win.
Yeah, exactly. So now
that scared me a bit.
We got a bit of adrenaline going. I've got to get my shit together. Got to get my David Tennant facts right.
So I need to get 3 more in a row.
You need to, You got
or
3
2
more.
more.
Remember, just to as annually reference my favourite football team, the Fremantle Dockers, when David Mundy was retiring, and there was 2-3 games after the season. No, 2 games after the season, and we were qualified for finals by that point already. And so Frio's never won a flag, and he said he wrote on someone's football 6 more wins, and then the whole way through those final games, he was like 5 more wins. On all the press things, he'd go, "We need 5 more wins." It was like a bit of a thread.
So what? I need 3 more wins.
And then we lost after 3. And then he retired, and it was just kind of a bit sad.
And that was the end of David Mundy.
That was. But good bloke. He runs some sport radio stuff at the moment. So there you go. That's a little analogy. Vinny's just got a little goodbye message for us to listen to right now.
But yeah, I hope both of you did well. And if not, I hope you learned some fun things. And yeah, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this segment. You know I love it. And I'm intrigued to see how well you do. So yeah. Bye guys.
Thank you, Vinny.
Queen B.
Great
Plant-based queen.
I did not know that Billy Piper was 15.
I did know that, and randomly, because my mum told me the other day, randomly she was like, "Do you know Billy Piper was 15?" And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know that."
I need to get my mum to fucking up her game.
And mine was a guess, by the way. I think I said that like it was an absolute
That's fine.
guess.
That's cool. But hey, at least we've got something going.
Yeah, we do.
The stakes are getting higher, man. They're pushing us every week.
The stakes are on the Barbie. Connor needs 3 to win. Aiden needs a single point to win.
I just need to win 1.
That's it.
1 more win. One more win.
No, I don't believe in that. No.
Yes, you do.
I need 3 more wins. 3 more wins, boy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
A win or a draw. That's all we need.
Not sure who takes it all.
Not sure who's going to quiz us next week. Got to figure that out because I think we've exhausted most of the people that put their hands up in the first place.
The goat fairies.
We'll figure it out. Okay.
That we will.
Shall we get on with a bit of a review?
It's a Villa Diodati. Hey, welcome to the haunting of Villa Diodati.
The episode that we're here for today is the haunting of Villa Diodati.
Hey.
It's the 8th episode of the 12th series of the British science fiction show Doctor Who.
Hey.
First broadcast on BBC One on the 16th of February 2020. Not one. It was written by Maxine Alderton and directed by Emma motherfucking Sullivan.
Wow.
The episode stars Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. Okay, I've lost this rap. Before I humiliate myself, I'm going to stop. It's Jodie as 13 alongside Brad as Tosin and Mandip as Graham, Ryan and Yes, respectively. The episode is about the historical origins of the 1818 novel Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, who's portrayed by Lily Miller. It takes place at the Villa Diodati in 1816, where she was inspired to write the work. The episode also featured the return of the Cybermen in their first television appearance since the 10th series finale, The Doctor Falls, back in 2017. The episode was watched by 5.07 million viewers and received positive reviews from critics.
All right.
I love having these swivel chairs, man. The way I can just
so fun
spin to you, can keep my mouth at the right
it works
area from the microphone.
3 episodes to go. We got chairs.
Got chairs. Onwards and upwards. What did you think back in 2020, man? Watching
we have no need for comfy chairs. Classic quote from Doctor Who.
Is that the Village of the Angels?
Well, no, it's Precious Stone.
Sorry, that's the one I meant. God damn.
I liked it. I remember going to the pub review on the Sunday, which was a couple of hours before it came out.
We don't socialise.
No, it was so weird. I don't know why we went out.
Strange things were happening that weekend.
And you were like Matt Stevens, is that how you say it? Matt Stevens?
Matt Stevens is the producer?
The exec producer.
Exec producer, yeah.
you said he just tweeted out that tomorrow's episode is the first part of a three-part trilogy.
I don't even remember that, but that's good
if
to know.
you can refer to it like that. You know how Aiden feels about Utopia not being a part one of the three-part final.
Because if you're going off that, because you count Utopia as a three-part final, right?
I do.
Even though Russell himself has said no.
What does he know?
What is he? So do you, in turn, count this as a three-part final?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
I'd sound a bit of a twat if I said no, because I'd just be contradicting myself.
you sound like a bit of a twat anyways, but... yeah, so you liked it?
I remember not, loving it, but enjoying it. Definitely the Cybermen revealed to me by surprise.
Yeah. I remember really enjoying it.
I remember you simping it.
I remember it being my favourite Series 12 and one of the favourites of Jodie's era. Weirdly wasn't that hyped going into it for this rewatch. But I gotta say, I loved it. I thought this episode was it is one of the best of Jodie's era. I think this is really great. Really, really great. What are you? I don't like your ominous hmms.
I don't know. I found it okay. I hate to say it, folks, a bit bored of this era. Sorry.
Damn, I was not bored. I've been bored for the last 3 or 4 weeks watching it. But this episode, I was fully on board for.
I'm sorry for this man, but I just don't know.
For this man?
Yeah, you know that meme?
I'm sorry, I thought you were referring to Maxine Alderton as a man.
No, I was referring to David Tennant on the thing.
Strangely, I just referenced Village of the Angels, which is the other episode that Maxine Alderton wrote.
I guess I just don't dig this writer. Nah, she's great. I don't know. I just think I enjoyed most of it. I put it on last night. I was getting way too tired. I was feeling a bit bored. I was like, I'll watch the rest of it tomorrow. And I was not keen to rewatch the last 15 minutes, but thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the ending is good, and I think the middle gets a bit slodgy. But I think the beginning is fun, and I like the whole idea of a house that's kind of haunted in a sense, and it moves and the corridors change, and a Cyberman just comes out of nowhere. The threat of one Cyberman, I think, is
it's the Dalek thing,
it's
right?
The Dalek
Dalek,
thing, yeah,
where it's
exactly.
one Dalek,
and it's what you should do because when you see 10 gajillion of them, it's so funny how that doesn't feel anywhere near as scary as just the lone Cyberman. And I think that's a really good thing they did. I think Ashid, is it Ashid? Ashad, yeah. I think he's great.
Yeah,
he's very threatening. He looks scary. The design is dope.
Yep. I love as well how this episode plays out with a really interesting plot from the start, and then you get halfway through, and then it flicks a switch, and it's a Cyberman, and all of a sudden you're in for a huge adventure because then everything ties back up. You're like, oh, this is the lone Cyberman. You feel it out instantly.
Yeah.
And I just think it raised the stakes. I think Ashad is incredible.
Yeah.
I think he's excellent. I hope. I'm sad that he kind of got wasted in Power of the Doctor.
Yeah, he just kind of rocks up, hey.
Which was a nice kind of cameo, but I would have loved to have seen a bit more from him.
Yeah, I think the design is awesome because it's a mix between the Moffat Cybermen, the Mondasian Cybermen, the Lumic Cybermen.
Bit of everything.
It's a bit of everything,
and face.
And face, yeah. And I think it's cool when he comes down. It's there's a big shift in the episode. We all knew the Cybermen were going to be in the final.
Yep.
And I guess part of me was not really expecting them to rock up here, or more. I was just they won't do that, and they did it. And Jack's warning keeps getting brought up. Yaz keeps saying I just get in times, but Jack's warning. And I like that. I think there's definitely feels like there's stakes.
Yeah.
And it connects. It is the first part of a 3-part final. IMO. Yeah.
I think it's great. I actually can't believe with some of the stuff they got away with in this episode. We see him. You kind of assume for a bit of the episode that he's killed a baby, and then you also see him snap a girl's neck.
Yeah, that was pretty...
That's full on.
Yeah.
And then you hear him say, I slit the throats of my kids.
I love that. It's I did have children.
I love when
slit
Doctor
their
Who
throats
just
when they joined the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pushed. I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's sort of backtrack a little bit, though, because we sort of jumped quite hot and heavy into the
Frankenstein's monster.
Have you read Frankenstein before?
Nah, man, I live that shit every day, bro.
What, you are Frankenstein?
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Why? You look like a normal person.
I don't know.
Oh, no, that is how you walk, to be fair.
I need to, I'm going through serious thoughts of dying right now, so I do feel a bit like Frankenstein. But no, I haven't.
Did you say of dying?
Dieting.
Right. Okay,
it kind of is like dying.
I thought we were going to have a chat after the show for a second.
No, it's kind of like dying during a diet, but Yeah, no, I haven't read it, but everyone knows the story. It's alive!
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's Dracula.
Good evening.
Garlic. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so they're all hanging out at the house. What did you think of these characters? We get introduced to a lot of characters. You know, the Chivalry TARDIS team is pretty big. So when it juggles a big supporting character guest list, it can often get a little bit messy in the script. What did you think?
I agree. Pretty messy, IMO.
Messy Bessie?
Yeah, I think they just took like a couple of actors from like Downton Abbey and, you know, put a bit of a Doctor Who spin on it.
So you didn't like them? You didn't like the
I wouldn't say I didn't like them. I just think like man's losing gas for this season, man. He's like, you know, he's exhausted. There's something about it that just like, it just kind of puts me to sleep. And it's supposed to gas me up, and it just isn't. And I feel like I should be giving it like a better chance. And I feel like I have enjoyed it when I first watched it. But yeah, no, I like what they did with the characters though at the end with Mr. Frankenstein, the writer.
I thought
that
like
was cool.
The whole way through the episode, and it's just like little things that they say, little character bits. It's just one of those episodes where I watch and I go, you know, these characters in one episode for me have more character, like just little things about their characters than what the main TARDIS team have.
Right, I see.
Like they're written better, they're more entertaining to watch than Ryan going. This is another Ryan L episode, I think, where he's like, "Oh, Yaz,
Are you okay?
Yaz,
Are you okay?
Yaz."
Are you okay? Literally.
I did think Yaz did have a decent amount to this episode. I quite liked her.
But what
in
about
it.
Jack's warning, Doctor?
What about Jack's warning? What about
Doctor, no. Jack's warning.
people are dying? People are dying.
You
People
better
are
not
dying.
be doing that, Doctor. Jack's warning. So how many times do you want to say it, bro?
No, but I think that was a lovely little scene with her and was it Shelley? I don't think it was Shelley herself, but
it kind of confirms the whole.
Thasman.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say it.
Well, she's literally talking about like my girl's a bit different.
Wasn't Phasmin was the whole idea that they would end up together or at least kiss, and it never happened.
Thasman is just the ship name.
Okay.
Like how, like, I don't know. Raylo, yeah.
I thought Raylo got a cheat because they kissed. I thought it was that.
No, it's not like mission accomplished. It's like
Right, okay.
you're shipping Ross and Rachel long before they get together, you know?
I wasn't. He deserves better.
I've never watched it.
I never watched it. I don't know. He's probably a complete dickhead.
What about Ryham?
Ryan and Graham?
Yeah.
Bro.
Bit of
Step granddad?
That's a porno, mate.
Hey,
That's a porno right there.
God damn.
God damn. What other ones do we have?
Madone.
We have, because Thasmin is 13 and Yasmin. You could have Toes.
Toes, yeah.
10 and Rose.
10 and Rose, yeah, Toes.
Or Nose for 9 and Rose.
Martha wanted to join the dot, but it never happened.
That would be...
Mator?
Tata?
Tati.
Maybe?
Yeah.
No, there's no Tandona. Oh, you got a bit of Amy... Aim 11?
Aim Levin's pretty cool.
I don't think that sounds good.
Famson does have a good name to it.
Famson's the best one, I think. That's the king.
Yeah, well, it does confirm that
11.
sort of sexual appeal she has towards
the Doctor. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a bit of a tease because we sort of thought for a while like, oh, is that what this is leading towards? Weird thing is I don't know if this was like Chibbers that was asking to put this line in, because the way that he talks about it sometimes makes me think like this was very much a Series 13 and the 2022 specials that he sort of injected it into that, because he's definitely said on record that it was not something that was planned early on and it evolved into that. So yeah, I'm curious if this was like a little inject by Chibbers or whether this was Maxine just being a bit cheeky and having a bit of fun.
Well, not to be a dick about this, Aiden,
But you're going to be a dick about it.
I hate queer baiting, and Russell hates it too, my homie.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of think it is like that. I don't know. It just, you know, I would have loved it. They would have gone with it, but yeah. And I think if we're talking about just this scene, yeah, I think it works. I think it does. But I guess like, maybe it's a similar thing with like Ashid or Ashed. Like I'm like, I hated how it ended. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe for the two-parter. So it's like
you can't be thinking about that right now.
I know, but how can I not? How can I not though?
By just not.
But then it did though. It affected my viewing.
You have like a quarter of a brain in your head. You don't need to think of the extra stuff.
Yeah, true.
You got a little Jejune brain.
I just got to go be up with the fairies when I'm watching it. Like,
you're on the podcast like, Joe Fomo, lo.
Me no see season 12 final. Yeah. That's it. Like, yeah, okay. All right. Well, if fine, from Aiden's fucking pooey fucking hypothesis, I loved it so much. Let's go, everyone.
I love everything.
Woo!
I'm so happy.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, folks. Sorry for standing up for representation.
What?
Sorry for standing up for
because
representation.
you're anti-queer baiting.
I just think it's bad. Yeah. I just don't get why they would start it to not do it, because it kind of just seems like, it left people who want to be represented kind of scratching their heads going, they kind of did, they kind of didn't, and we kind of have to guess if it would have happened or maybe not. Like, I just don't think that's...
It's a weird one. I don't really have an opinion on that one, to be honest, but I think it's strange, like, looking
maybe
at
I
fandom.
Shouldn't either, but...
No, you're allowed to. If I wanted to have... Like, I just don't have an opinion because I genuinely don't know the answer to this topic. But it's strange, like, reading the room on Twitter and stuff, because it's very mixed. Like, a lot of people really love how it was handled for them, and then a lot of people really hate it. Okay. And so it's like this weird line where it's like some people think it's queer baiting, some people don't. And I'm not the one to answer this question. I'm not here for that. But it's a weird one.
Yeah,
it is a weird one.
It is. Yeah. But I guess to give it some more positives, not that the queer baiting was positive, but the house looked awesome.
Amazing.
It was beautiful.
It was a really well directed episode.
A lot of wide lenses, a lot of candle lit. A lot of dim light.
Emma Sullivan did a really good job directing the episode, I thought. It looked really nice.
It looked really nice. It really did. All the rain and stuff and all the lakes and all that jazz. And the costumes were really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, production design was peak.
I like the butler who kept popping up everywhere.
Cool. I like the little ghost that kept rocking up, and at the end, Graham was like...
Yeah,
so what do you think about the ghosts?
Yeah, oh, come on, Dot, you got an answer to that.
No, you saw ghosts, Graham.
Right, that was interesting.
I like that. I think that's cheeky. And it just added like an extra little scare factor into the episode, and they didn't need to explain it.
Also, was this set in like the 1700s or something? Like
1800s. 1816 if you listen to me at the top of the show.
They bring a load of food. I would not eat food from the 1800s. See, God knows what's in it.
What?
Tapeworms.
Do you reckon in like 100 years' time, Connor's like great-grandson will be like, I would never eat the stuff that my great-grandfather ate?
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, I would be eating shit too.
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
I mean, if he doesn't want to eat it, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. I just wouldn't. I don't know what it was. I get really funny with like food at parties. I'm not saying this is a party.
You are a bit funny though with that kind of thing in general.
Very funny. Very strange. I don't know where I came from.
I'm just a strange guy.
Kinda, yeah. Like I don't know what it is. I can't. I always struggle to eat at people's houses. Like, I don't eat at people's houses anymore, really. But when I was a kid, it was like so awkward because it was like.
Is this why because you eat one meal a day usually?
Blinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Blinner.
I don't always do blinner, but yeah, I do. Sometimes I have a good lunch, or sometimes I'll leave part of my lunch to have later on if I'm like going out, like I normally do on a Wednesday. Except I'm talking about Doctor Who right now.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But then I'll have. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Did you like Jodie out of costume?
Yeah, it was cool. And she wears a scarf at the end. I'm like, where was this episode,
yeah, it
bro?
just rocks up.
I mean, maybe she was wearing it at the door when they... Was she wearing it at the door when they...
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe, yeah, but I like the scarf. I'm like, where did the scarf go?
Scarf's good. I like the hallways that lead to nowhere. That's very cool.
Yeah.
There's a Big Finish story that I think this is like loosely based on. It was like a Cyberman that was like a bit of a weird Cyberman mixed in with the Frankenstein. It was meant to be it was literally the same thing where it's like the origins of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
The hallways that lead to nowhere reminds me of Famsin.
That would have worked if you'd said Thasmin.
Did I say it wrong?
You said Thamsin, not Thasmin.
I'm sure people got the joke.
But definitely
you can just re-edit me saying, what's it called again?
I'll get Siri to go. You'll be like, hallways that lead to nowhere. Sounds like Thasmin.
Phasmin?
Phasmin. You just put the M and the S the wrong way around.
Phasmin.
Do you want to say it again?
Phasmin.
No, the whole thing. Just.
Do you know what hallways... You talk about hallways leading to nowhere?
I am.
It's a bit like Famsin. The knee slap.
And the knee slap was the icing on the cake.
It's a pitiful slap.
Yeah, well,
funny.
Would you like me to slap your knees?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what else we got in this episode? What did you think of the hand? Get the little hand that's like... I don't know what it's about. Couldn't tell you what's going on there, but it's cool.
Nonsense. Didn't care. Next.
Okay, we got
anything else you want to ask me?
The Cyberman rocks up. He's storming through. Guns going doon ch doon 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 doon. Yeah, I like your moves.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Cyberman rocks up.
Yeah.
The Siberium is sort of what the finale is all about.
It's like this weird, like, gooey T8-100 kind of gooey.
T8-100?
Yeah, from Terminator.
Don't give a fuck. But
I'm a cybergenetic organism. There you go. That's
right.
my Arnold impression.
Thank you.
It's
that
like
was terrible.
It's like, yeah, it was terrible, wasn't it? Even I can't defend that. Fuck off. It's a gooey, like, it's the fucking thing. What's it called? Just the
Siberium.
Siberium.
You've got nowhere with this analogy yet.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you want to just call it a day?
What?
I can just take the rest of the pod from here.
Shut up.
You've lost it.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine. And Ashid has it now, and he's got the key, and he's going for gold, and it really does kind of end on a bit of a cliffhanger, and I like that.
If I was a Cyberman, I wouldn't be looking for gold.
Because they're allergic to it? I think they fixed that, didn't they fix that?
Yeah, something like that.
And now they can convert. I just think Jodie's like, going to this place will not be good for humans. I'm like, bro, you can literally you can get converted now. They fixed that in Nightmare in Silver. Mm-hmm. Well, they're going backwards.
Okay, well, this guy, he's not right. This guy, Ashad's like Brock, you know? So his Cybermen are probably Brock, like broken. It's
Brock? That's what you call broken? Brock?
Well, it's like how you say like Warman. It's just like changing the letters, you know?
You're a bit too cool for school these
days,
aren't you, Aiden?
It's very millennial.
You should be wearing your cap backwards, like...
He says, hello, twists his cap around.
Hello fellow kids. Yeah, there you go. You know, that's what you should be doing.
This feels horrible. I'm turning it back the right way around. So... We can't do what we did last week, where we missed out on talking about... Last week we didn't talk about that I'm so socially awkward scene. I can't believe that. But I feel like we were about to do...
I'm kind of glad we did, because I was a bit tipsy and I probably wouldn't have worded it right, and I'm probably glad we missed it, to be honest.
I feel like we're about to do the same thing here, but
okay,
where we weren't going to talk about Jodie's speech.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the mountain. Oh, why are you pulling that face, mate?
That was good.
Can't you just enjoy... You're so sexist.
I'm not sexist.
It's like, women do good acting. I hate.
How can I hate women? My mum's one.
You literally...
I love women, okay?
Yeah.
No one loves women more than me, okay? Oh, yeah. No, I have no problem with it.
Well, then why did you just tell me you hate women?
I didn't say that. I don't know. I just don't... I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I think the speech was good. I think the delivery was great. I think I'm just like, wow, we really did just like sit through 2 seasons though, and that's probably her first ever speech. I'm actually like, this wasn't trash.
Right.
And we're, 19 episodes into her era?
We are. Good math.
So, it's 8 plus 10 and then plus 1 for the special.
I do feel kind of similar. That didn't hinder it for me. I think it is a bit like, like, now we're getting the big speech. But I also feel like this was a big character moment for her.
We're not what was the... I was like, they're going to say...
It's not a flat team structure.
Yeah, because when did she say that?
And like...
What episode was it?
It was either Orphan or the one after that.
I love how she remembers that. She's probably just like, how dare she say, I'm going to bring that up in a future argument. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not a flat team structure. I like how Ryan's like, just kill him.
Yeah, you're right.
It's one person versus a billion.
My boy Ryan.
Yeah, it's the one thing he said in the thing.
Yeah, literally, it had like 3 lines. But no, I liked her speech. The only thing is, I feel like it leads to nowhere. Like, had in the finale, the companions be like, no, Doctor, we're making this choice together, or something like that, then it will be like, okay, we've had a bit of meaning behind this. It's been so long
since I've watched it, I don't know.
It's a great speech, but it just feels like it doesn't, in the context of the season, mean anything.
Yeah, it's a bit like, still flat structure.
That's such a silly joke.
Dracula be like, good evening.
Frankenstein be like, I'm alive.
I'm alive. I always love the evil 10th Doctor, I'm not sorry. That was so funny. I love that. I'm not sorry.
I want to go.
I want to. That'll be 60th, bro.
What will be evil
That'll be
11th
60th.
Doctor?
11th Doctor?
Yeah.
What's the opposite of Geronimo? Fuck.
No. You want to be looking at...
Well, you want to be looking at like regeneration speech?
No, maybe like the Pandora speech or something, where he's like,
I'm not talking.
yeah, because I'm not talking. It's such a silly meme. Is there a Pete one we can do?
I'll never remember when the Doctor was made. And Pete what?
Pete, because I'm not kind.
That's good.
It's hard with with Eccleston, because Eccleston already has a line where he goes, "Just kill yourself."
Yeah, literally.
Why can't you just die?
That's not fantastic, you know, like all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so funny.
That's
How
good.
funny are we?
That's good.
Should probably talk on the mic for an audio.
Sorry,
A's just licking his
I
fingers.
just spilled my gin all over me. That's all right.
It's finger licking good, bro.
Okay, we are on track for the 2-part finale, Connor. It's getting so close to the end.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, eh?
How are you feeling? Are you feeling scared?
I
Accomplished?
randomly got a bit sad and scared at work today. I was like, "This is odd, isn't it?" Like, we kind of feel like
My time is
running out. Yeah, I just hope people still, as much as I'm kind of excited to delve into a different era of the show, I just hope people still enjoy it for what it is. Because obviously we're gonna have to bring in some new stuff, and I just hope people don't get bored of us. And
I was thinking, like, I think a big thing is that we just do retain a little bit of like a rewatch nature to it, because we're going to do more topic-based episodes and branch out a little bit, because naturally we just have to at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, Crispy says something, a bit of feedback that we took on very well, I think, which was that he was like, something that works for our show is that we have this rewatch nature, and it's kind of got a bit of a mission.
Yeah.
So I think keeping that as like a bit of a formula, we know it kind of works for us. I think that's good, and we're going to be doing that with Sarah Jane Classic.
Exactly, Review's not done. Like, we've still got Torchwood season 4, like all Sarah Jane, a load of Classic Who. Obviously, new episodes dropping, 4 new episodes this year.
Yeah, and we're gonna, I think, look at
nice
some
to spice up a little bit.
There is an episode of the 10th Doctor's era,
Infinity Quest.
Well, I wasn't going to say it. I was going to tease it, but that's
just block
fine.
out.
But we've never done Infinity Quest, so we're going to do that very soon as well.
I didn't know it was this big fucking secret.
No, I just thought it was going to be a silly
2018.
surprise. But like, yeah, we're still going to be covering stuff. We're still going to be your favorite old rewatch show. And we did talk about maybe as well doing some like revisited episodes. We don't want to tread familiar ground, but I think we'd like to do a Flux revisited, and maybe like a 2022 specials revisited would be good.
I was literally going to say to you, like, if we didn't want to do it for like a podcast, I was probably going to do like a essay analysis video on it. But like, if
I reckon we do like a Flux revisited.
I'm really happy to do it on the show, yeah, because I feel like it's been long enough, and I'm going to rewatch it.
We just do it all in one episode.
It'd be so weird to like stop at Timeless Child and then watch the 60th. Like, I've got to keep going the whole way through, and it's not like there's heaps to watch.
So
there's
the
like,
rewatch stuff is definitely still very much going to be happening. So don't be sad. It's not ending. Don't be sad because it's ending. Be happy because it happened.
That's so butchered. Smile because it happened.
That's what I meant.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile.
You get what I meant.
Dr. Zeus.
Haunting of Villa Diodati. What do you want to give it out of 10?
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Really, bro?
Man's over here fucking twiddling his thumbs, you know?
You woke up on the wrong side of bed today, my man.
I can literally only get out of one side of my bed. There is a wall on the other side.
Yep, you could have done that. Graham walks through a wall in this. Not Graham, but someone walks through a wall.
Everyone walks
in this.
through walls, I think.
Right. Well,
spooky.
I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Fucking wolf.
I think this is a banger, man. This is bangerang. This is that makes sense to me. I think it's better than Fugitive. I think it's the best episode of the season.
Better than Fugitive?
This is better than Fugitive, mate. This is leaps and bounds better than
Are
Fugitive.
you nuts?
Yeah, dude. Look, if I was in the most positive headspace ever, I'd give it a 9.
The most positive headspace ever.
Yeah, like if I was feeling real good, real generous,
cloud 9.
I'd give it a 9. But no, I'm 8.5.
All right, it's a bit of a base take.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to change my opinion because I need to be different to everyone else? Okay.
Doesn't it?
Right, well, yeah.
I'm not hip anymore. I've noticed that.
I compare
I'm starting to lose my hip.
I gave It Takes You Away an 8.5. I think it's on par with that. You know.
What do the kids say these days? Doctor Who's lame or something?
I think that's the kind of thing they say, yeah. Like, the 50% podcast sucks.
Probably.
Someone's saying that.
You idiots. What did that guy call us?
You're a bunch of jokes.
Yeah, we're jokes.
We're a bunch of jokes.
I wish you screenshot that before you delete it. I would have loved to have just had that. That's hilarious. You're a bunch of jokes. Someone re-comment that.
Yeah, please.
So I can screenshot it. You're a bunch of jokes.
Awesome. I guess onwards.
What a lovely comment. Thank you.
We usually do the finales in one episode, but we're going to split them up.
We want to get that sponge and squeeze as much water out of it.
Well, mainly because I think there's so much to talk about in the Timeless Children that we will never give essentially the Cybermen a time of day if we did them in the same episode, is literally sort of what I'm thinking with it, you know? But we're onto it, man. We're literally onto the final story of the rewatch. It's begun. It's begun.
This is true alpha energy. We are here reviewing Doctor Who.
No one else has done this before.
Not as good as us.
Has anyone reviewed every episode of Who?
I thought about that today.
In like separate episodes.
And I don't think so. So
we're the
first
best.
to do something.
We are the best.
You're simply the best. Rest in peace, Tina Turner.
It's Aiden and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who reviews.
I'm sorry.
Or only two.
Most of them are
Only
friends.
two. Only two more
Episodes.
Then we do Sarah Jane. Bum, bum, bum. And go back to classic Who. Then maybe a bit of Torchwood. A miracle day. Miracle day.
I'm Connor Hannum. You've been the best.
Connor is currently walking out.
I've always wanted to do that.
That was so lame. Are you sure that's how you want to end the episode?
It's from The Office UK. I'll put the clip in the Instagram thing.
Okay.
Roof.
Okay. We are under a roof.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Nice one.